Hey everybody, welcome to Super Stock Bros. I'm Ace, and today we're going to be talking about PSTH. You won't want to miss this one. All right, so today we're talking about PSTH. This is a SPAC created by Bill Ackman. Who is Bill Ackman? He's a legendary investor, founder and CEO of Pershing Square Capital Management hedge fund. He was recently in the news for turning 27 million into 2.6 billion at the start of the pandemic, and he is a legendary investor. Like I said, he knows how to manage SPACs. He's owned a SPAC before, made money on it. So these are all good qualifications for a SPAC management leader or CEO to have. But we can also talk about the other managers because management is very important in a SPAC. You want to know who's running it. Do they have a stake in it? For how long do they have a stake? Well, guess what? The management is also great. So first you have Alicia Gersh, which is the former management executive at NBC. You have Michael Ovitz, who is a former president at Walt Disney Company. You have Jackie Reeses, who is a former executive at Square. So this is very interesting. Might be getting into the financial realm here. And finally, you have Joseph Steinberg, who is the current chairman at the Jefferies Financial Group, one of the big investors. Okay, so we have a quick clip from Kevin O'Leary, basically talking about SPACs in general, what he has invested in. And so he mentions Gore Holdings, this is GHIV, but he also talks about PSTH. And he knows, of course, what it is, how important it is to have a management company that is competent and that has, in fact, made money before. Because guess what? You don't really want to put your money in with someone who doesn't know how to make money. But let's hear it straight from Kevin O'Leary himself, shall we?
I know the team over at Ackman Shop, they're really smart guys. And so they're not going to do stupid deals. That's your assumption. There's a lot of SPACs doing crazy stuff. They're really doing very speculative deals that are really venture deals. And I don't buy those ones because the outcome is so unknown. If you're going to buy a SPAC, make sure your horse and your jockey are proven winners. I mean, people that have done deals before. You can't say Ackman hasn't made money. You can't say Gore hasn't made money. You can't say Michael Klein hasn't made money. These guys know what they're doing. So I'm very selective. I do own a bunch of SPACs. By the way, they're up. They haven't even announced deals yet, and they're up. I mean,
yes. So you heard it from the man himself. You got to find the right jockey, like you said, the right jockey. So the management and the investors in the SPACs are a huge deal. You want to know that the management isn't just there for a quick buck. You want to know they're in it for the long run, right? So, and that's exactly what's happening with PSTH. So the company, the way it's set up, it rewards long-term shareholders and discourages dilution. So we're not going to get into the details of that. You can actually read that in the S1 filing in detail, but basically just know that you want this management team to stick around. So another thing you want to consider is the cash value of the SPAC. Okay, a lot of SPACs are roughly between 200 million and $1 billion. You can look at a lot of Chamath Palihapitiya's his IPO A to Z. They're all ranging in the range of about 200 million to $1 billion. It looks like that's really what it looks like so far, but we'll see. And PSTH is actually valued at $4 billion. Okay, so that's already huge. And Bill Ackman himself said he may invest up to another $3 billion, depending on the acquisition target if necessary. So this is great. He's looking for a very big merger, essentially here, like a high value target that is a unicorn that's already matured. Okay, so we're talking about Robinhood, Stripe, Bloomberg, Fidelity. So these are some of the big mergers that are possible. Bill Ackman says he wants to merge with a big one that is matured. You're not taking a guess. What will they do once they have their customers? How can they actually make it profitable? No, you have your customers already. Probably now you just got to take the next step. Kind of like when Facebook had all of the users, they just had to add advertising to it. For example, which was a genius move, but whatever. Okay, so and another thing is Bill Ackman is looking for a 10 to 30% stake in this company. So again, he wants skin in the game. He's willing to put it up another $3 billion. The cash value of this SPAC is huge. So it's going to be a very big partner that they're merging with. So they're going to do their DD, and hopefully they find a good acquisition target. Speaking of which, that means there is merger upside. What does that mean? So it's very likely that after a merge, that the stock is probably going to go up, 10, 20% or something like this if it's a great merge target. I'm trusting the team to do this. The management team is very smart. It seems like they're more financially focused. So I'm hoping it's something like Robinhood or Fidelity. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Stripe was recently floated around, but then the Stripe CEO himself said no, and there was no merge talk. But you know what? That's kind of sus. It actually there might be some merge talks going on. They just didn't want to alert the rest of the crew, but we'll see. Maybe he wanted to buy more stocks and he's bringing down PSTH for now, and then he's going to buy in or something like that. Who knows? Bloomberg is also one of the merger targets, so that would also be pretty massive. Are there any risks? Obviously, it's good to understand the risks when you're going into a deal like this. You don't want to just throw into your money into something blindly. Please investigate yourself. Do your DD. I'm going to put some links in the description. But I would say that the only risk is them choosing a bad target, because guess what? Even if they do choose a bad target and the stock sinks, you can sell your shares at $20 a piece plus interest minus any fees. So this was guaranteed in the S1, except for a few exclusions, but that is essentially the guarantee. It basically can't fall below $20. And I honestly trust Bill Ackman to inject the rest of the funds and take this to the moon, basically. So that's my take on it. I'm actually very interested in this, and I will be investing myself. None of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment, and you can follow me on this journey. But that's what it is. PSTH sounds like a next good one. So till next time, let's make those gains.